Section 4.4 is least common multiples. So, whoops, let's get the slideshow going. Okay, least common multiples, section 4.4. So a multiple is a number made up of the product of any whole number and the given number. So for example, if I want multiples of 3, I'm going to take all the numbers that I can make by multiplying, taking the product of 3 and any number. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 is 4 is 12, etc., etc. So every time I am multiplying 3 by a larger and larger number. So notice that multiples are always numbers that have 3 as a factor. Whereas when we were looking at the factors of a number, we were breaking it down into smaller parts. When we're looking at the multiples of a number, we are building it up by multiplying. So common multiples are multiples shared by 2 or more numbers. So let's look at the multiples of 3 again. I'm going to write them over just so that we have them. 12, 15, 18, let's go a little farther, 21, 24, 27, 30, etc. And then let's look at the multiples of 4. So 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16. Let's keep going a little further, 20, 24, 28, 32, etc. So the common multiples here would be 12, 24, and there will be others if we keep going. The next one would be 36. Okay, 30, 33, 36. And multiples go on and on forever. I can always find more common multiples. Now, if you'll notice, all of these numbers that we found as common multiples contain all the factors of 3 and all the factors of 4. I should have just written that as 3. So the only prime factors of 3 are 3. The prime factors of 4 are 2 times 2. If I multiply these together, I get 12. And you notice that all of my common factors contain all of these prime factors. All of my common multiples, let me make sure I'm speaking correctly. All of the common multiples contain all of the prime factors of both of these numbers. Okay, least common multiple. This is the smallest common multiple shared by 2 or more numbers. So again, looking at my original problem that I've been working with, we'll do another one as well. My least common multiple is the first multiple in the list that I run across, the smallest of these multiple numbers. Let's try another pair. How about 18 and 24? Well, 18 times 2 is 36. This is going to take me some work to do here. 18 times 3 is 54. 18 times 4 would be another 18 added onto that. So that's 72. Add another 18 and I get, hold on, let me think. I get 90. Add another 18, I get 108. Add another 18 and I get 126. I'm going to do one more because I know what's coming. We get 144. So those are multiples of 18. 24. Multiples of 24 are 24, 48, 72. Ooh, there is my least common multiple. So 72 is divisible by 18, and 72, did I have that right? 72 is divisible by 24. Yeah. So the least common multiple is 72. I thought I had to go all the way to 144. That's the next common multiple. But there we go. Now, as with greatest common factors, there is a way to do this using our prime factors. We already said that the prime factors of 3 are just 3, and the prime factor of 4 is 2 times 2. To get the least common multiple, we have to have all of the factors of both of those pieces. Let's look at 18. 18 is 2 times 9, which is 2 times 3 times 3, right? 24 is 4 times 6, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 6. So those are my prime factors of 24 and 18. My least common multiple needs to have all of the factors of both of these pieces. So I need all of the factors of 18, and then I need all of the factors of 24. Well, I already have a 2, so I don't need to repeat that. But I need the second 2, and the second 2, I'm sorry, this is a 3. I hope you caught me. So I need, okay, that 2 is the same as that 2. I do need it. Then I need both of these 3's. I need 2 more 2's, and this 3 is already accounted for here. So do I have all the factors of 18? Yes. 2 times 3 times 3. Do I have all the factors of 24? 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So I'm good shape here, and if I multiply these all together, I will get 72. Let's try one more of these. I'm going to erase this and we'll start again. Let's say I want the least common multiple of, let's do 16 and 30. Okay, the factors of 16 are 4 times 4, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 30, 6 times 5, 2 times 3. So I've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. All right, I need all the factors of 16 because I need 16 to be part of my multiple. So I need 4 2's. For this, for 30, I need a 2 and a 3 and a 5. I've already got a 2. I'm going to add the 3 and the 5. And if I multiply those together, that's 1030 times 8 is 240 is the least common multiple of 16 and 30. Okay? Least common multiples of variable monomials. So the same thing, but what are we doing? We're throwing in some variables here. So the factors of 10x squared y are 5 times 2 times x times y. 15 is 5 times 3 times x times y times y times y times z. So I need all the factors of 10x squared. 5 times 2. Then I'm going to do the numbers first. So I've got the 5 and the 2. For 15, I need a 5 and a 3. I already have the 5. I'm going to add the 3. Let's look at our x's. I need 2 x's from my left. I only need 1 from my right. I already have 1 included, so that's fine. I need a y from the left. Over here, I need 3 y's. I already have 1, so I'm going to add 2 more, and I've got to put my z in. So now I should have all the factors of 15 listed, all the factors of 10x squared y listed, and my new least common multiple is 30x squared y cubed z. Okay? And I think, oh no, we're going to do a little bit of work with fractions. Let's see. So, the least common denominator, or LCD, is the least common multiple of the denominators of 2 or more fractions. So let's say I want the least common denominator of 1/8 and let's do 7/12. So the least common denominator is the least common multiple of 8 and 12. So let's do that off to the side. So 8 would be 2 times 4. So 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. 12 would be 2 times 6. 6 is 2 times 3. So my least common denominator, my least common multiple is I need all 3 2's from the 8. I already have these 2, I just need a 3. So that's 8 times 3 is 24. Now take a look. If I want to therefore change these to have a common denominator, I need to take 1/8 and multiply it by something that will give me 24 in the bottom. So 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. I need to multiply it by 3. 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. This part of the 24, I have to multiply it by 2. So I get 3 over 24 and 14 over 24. And now I have given them a common denominator. Okay? So the other thing that we do when we look for these common denominators is we can use the LCD, the least common denominator, to order fractions and mixed numbers. So let's say I have these numbers. Let's say I have 3/5. Let's say I have 1 and 2/5. Let's say I have 7/10. And let's say I have 1 and 3/8. And I want to know what's the biggest and smallest of these values. So the first thing I'm going to do is put them into, I shouldn't have done this one. Let's leave this one out because that one's already the same common denominator. Okay, 3/5, 7/10, and 11/8. And I want to compare these using a common denominator. So again, the common denominator of 5, 10, and 8. 5 doesn't factor. 10 is 5 times 2. And 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. So my least common multiple is 5. That's taken care of. 10 needs a 5 and a 2. That's taken care of. And 8 needs 3 2's. So my least common multiple is 40. I need to multiply 5 by 8. I need to multiply 10. There's my 10 by 4. And I need to multiply 8 times 5. So 8 times 3 is 24 over 40. 7 times 4 is 28 over 40. And this one is 55 over 40. And now I can tell which one is the smallest and which is the largest because I compare the numerators when the denominators are the same. That's it for right now.